that fucking work? Like what?
The For You page has a interesting algorithm that I don't understand.
I kind of want to get to know it. Like
I saw
craziness.
something. It was like basically it's like a point system. Or it's not exactly, but it's like kinda.
Mhm.
Where like the likes are like 1 point, comments are like 2 points, shares and follows based off that video are like 5. And based on that, it'll go to the For You page. And then as it keeps going, it'll like keep passing those like check marks to see if it'll get on more and more people's.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It doesn't make much sense, but I don't know, it just kind of happens.
Damn, bro. Well, for those that are starting it 1 minute in, this has been ANTICS, and this is the I gotta figure out how to make a nice little, like, you see this right here?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what this would sound like, but these are like drum pads. You know the deal, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a intro music.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Like a little like. I'm still a work in progress, but I think that if I could add some musical elements to this podcast, I could really elevate it to its maximum potential.
So you want a soundboard, essentially.
So basically, I want a soundboard. I want like a.
Yeah. That would be comedy as.
I want like each of these to be a different Ferris Bueller Sick sound effect. I want this half to just be weather emote. I want like lightning and like thunder, and then I want one pad that's just like dun dun dun. Just anytime someone says shit, I feel like it could take the comedy aspect of this to just a new heights. Brian, what do you think? What do you think?
I think it's essential.
You're the first person I've pitched this idea to, so
I think
like
it is definitely something you need to look into.
God damn, bro. Actually, I didn't even pitch this to anyone. You gave me this idea, Brian. I'm a phony. I'm a fucking phony.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know either.
You think of like shows and stuff. You remember like their intro or their little like jingle thing.
Yeah, bro. It's like the whole universe was in a hot damn steed, but nearly 14 million years ago, Sheldon started. Wait, just kidding. Young Sheldon time. What a concept, bro. Did you watch Young Sheldon?
I think I've watched Young Sheldon more than Big Bang Theory.
Really?
I'm kind of sad about that.
Can you tell me about that?
It's a.
Are you fucking? Wow. What?
I feel like I hop on trends really late.
Interesting.
Like The Office. Even my mom, like, she only got into The Office because I told her about it. I only got into it because I hear everybody else talk about it. I just feel like I got into it really late.
Yeah, no, I feel you. What day is it?
The 18th.
It's the 19th.
19th.
Let me think. Christmas.
Nice.
But I'm trying to think if I got my wisdom teeth out this last summer or the summer before that. I think it was the summer before that. Yeah. Summer of 18. I got my little choppers out, right? And I was sitting in bed. And I was like, wow, this sucks. But I watched The Office for like the first, like, just hours. Just like the first season. So, I mean, I get that's pretty late, man. That shit just came out, like, it's like 10 years late.
Yeah,
you know? So it's like, I wouldn't feel bad if I were you.
Yeah.
Did you like it when you watched it, though?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. The, Pam and Jim's wedding, not proud to admit this, but I may have shed a tear.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I believe
shit hit me, like, hard.
Shit, dude, with, like, the fucking...
The most perfect couple in the world.
The perfect Chris Brown song at the perfect moment.
God.
Did you kind of feel...
The little look from Michael at the end.
Oh, damn, bro. That show is, like... The way that network, NBC, the way that they fucking, like, create characters and, like, make you just, like, fall in love with them on that shit. These shows, like... it's got me thinking about Parks and Rec. And it's just, like, comparing the two's, like, comedy style, you know? It's, like, the people that write that shit, they're pretty much, like, the same people.
Yeah.
You know? So it's, like... You're just a fan of, like, these writers. But in, like, a reality, like, you don't think about that. You're just, like, a fan of, like, these beautiful, like, stories that, like, you want to just, like, you kind of like disappear into another zone, you know, bro.
I mean, I feel like the reason for that is because a lot of the characters were writers. You ever hear about that?
What?
So like Kelly, Toby,
Oh,
Ryan,
yeah.
they were
Yes.
never really supposed to be actual characters, but then they just kind of wrote themselves in. And then
That's so
they gave
fucking
themselves
funny.
a job.
Yeah, bro. Goddamn, that's.
But I think that just like makes it. They just fully became all those characters.
Dude,
and
that's
show
kind of
so much more.
It's kind of a trip to think about.
I know.
The characters write themselves, bro. Holy
And
shit.
Parks and Rec, they were actually teasing of like making a cross episode.
Dude, you know what? You watch Parks and Recs, right?
Well, also about that, I'm also late on that.
Well, it doesn't matter if you're late. It doesn't matter if you're late. You watched it though, right?
Yeah.
Bro.
It's a funny show.
I think like that there couldn't have possibly been a better like I don't know how you cast that. Like how do you cast that so perfectly? Like what?
I couldn't imagine any character from either of those shows being played by anybody else.
Like when I think of those actors, like I honestly like I believe that like
they were born.
They are like they're a part of that like actor or actress, you know? Like when I think of Amy Poehler, like when you see her face, it's like the way that they deliver the lines and like the way that they are in like real life. I guess like I don't know. Whenever we think about like when we look at like celebrities, bro, I don't really like. No one really knows what they do in like their like alone time, you know? It's like we don't really know what kind of person they are. But from the little that we do get, I feel like I know them in a way, bro.
You've made a connection through these amazing movies or movie shows.
It's beautiful. Let's go save Austin.
Yeah.
All right. A new challenger has entered the arena.
A new chapter.
You know what, Austin? I'm going to see what this sounds like in 5 seconds. Okay, we're here. Austin, say hello.
Hello.
God bless.
L'chaim.
As you can see, it's almost Hanukkah. God bless. This 22nd. Mark your calendars, light your menorahs, because it is time.
The word is out.
The word is out. The good word of the good Lord Moses.
That's the one.
Sponsored. But yeah, so Austin, what do you think for basically the idea is a nice soundboard for the podcast.
I like that. Like
like the Ferris Bueller type shit, like
I like it.
Or like
whoa,
you know how radio shows they're like or like a I just it's some goofy shit, man.
It's a good idea.
Like I feel like I could just hook it up. I can't. Yeah, that's the idea. So Austin, what was going on?
What
was going on?
I was at the mall. And I was shopping for my mom. The thing is, I have no clue what my mom wants.
That is a tricky thing.
So basically, you're saying you're a bad son.
Yes.
It's okay.
I got 6 days.
Oh, okay. You're chilling.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was actually at Michael's doing some browsing, seeing if I could think of anything to get for my mother.
Michael's good.
Or anybody. That's what I was doing.
Magical place.
Before I came over here, and I gotta say, Michael's truly is magical.
This is true.
Maybe you could. I always try to go like. Buying presents is hard, man. Buying presents
is.
like get this right. So my girlfriend's birthday is November 27th. Our anniversary is October 28th.
Oof.
And Christmas is December 25th.
That's a lot of spending
So it's
in a little amount of time.
I got a lot of like. I've gone through this cycle 3 times. This is the 3rd time I've gone through the holiday cycle now, which is kind of like there's a limit to our creativity.
I know. How long have you and Riley been together?
2 years now, bro. 2 years and
Austin's
3 months.
Almost
a
been 3 years, right?
It's like 2 and almost 3.
Shit, bro. So
we've all been in long-term relationships, and now we're running out of it. I'm running out.
That's
of
kind of
Right.
fucking crazy.
You know what's hard
Huh.
is like homecoming and like prom asks. We've only got one
Those are
more,
hard.
but it's hard.
Dude, this past homecoming, did I do something? I think I may have written it on a napkin and slid it across the table.
Hey, check this out.
Original. I
like
it.
like I don't know what how's that experience been for you guys? That's kind of fucking. Well, before we get into that, it's kind of fucking crazy. We've all. Hello.
Can you grab it?
Abby needs wrapping paper,
I got it.
but
Babe.
just think about it.
Or,
Do you ever like
yeah, I meant this thing. Yeah,
Like,
that's fine. Here.
ask yourself
Babe,
how
I
you're
just
like?
want to, like, drop this on
You ever
my
think
head.
about how many people like are in long-term relationships in high school, and you ever like, why am I one? You're kind of like, it was like, were you looking for this? Were you like, was this something that you kind of like?
I understand that. Like, because I wasn't like going into high school. I was like, I don't know. Do I want to have a girlfriend? Like, I didn't talk to girls.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. But it just kind of like
that needs to be a thing.
I don't know.
I'll soundbite it, bro. I need.
Oh,
Austin, can you
Just
say
that.
I don't really.
Not too loud. That thing's sensitive.
I don't know.
Oh my
Is
god.
that gonna work?
Yep.
I hope so.
Perfect.
Jesus
I don't
Christ.
know.
Oh my god. I gotta just make these MP3s
Uh-huh.
and then throw them into that thing and just go boop 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 boop. The thing is, I don't know if this software would pick it up from FL Studio or if I could just use a different like software. I don't know, man.
Would you just record the mic over like a speaker connected to that, or would you put it like directly into the?
Bro, it's this
program.
beautiful thing that Elena got me, or is letting me borrow. And you go boop, and it go boop boop. Everything's through the computer. Like this thing. So this is plugged into there.
Mhm.
This is plugged into there, and this is plugged into there.
I see.
And then I can plug that into there, and then it's just a whole like.
It's a network.
It's a network, bro. It's a network.
I see.
It's a network. Austin, you wanna know what that made me think about?
What's that?
there's so many things in life that like we get taught or don't get taught that we're just never gonna need. Like I was thinking about how circuit boards work, and I'm like, you know what? I don't need to know that.
Why am I learning this? I'm just not gonna learn it.
I'm not gonna. So it's like, and then I was thinking like, when you were like, I looked at this case study thing right here. It's like this is the type of shit that psychologists do to like understand the brain. And it's like no one really knows how the brain works.
They like think they know.
I think they.
But
know.
isn't that crazy? That it's the brain learning about itself.
that shit
Holy
fucking
shit.
blows. Dude,
Like psychology is the brain trying to learn more about like how it
Some
works
motherfucking-
itself.
some crazy brainception, bro. So there was this thing, right? This lady who was a neurosurgeon, like scientist, neuroscientist, whatever the fuck,
Uh-huh.
and she had a stroke.
Yeah.
So, like strokes are typically in like, like the typical applicant for a stroke is like someone that's older, and then like afterwards they're kind of like, they're not like the same.
Yeah.
They're kind of like, because like nerves have died.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it fucks with your head.
So this lady, she was in her like 50s. She had a stroke. Like the whole left side of her brain, like turned off. Like we watched this fucking TED talk about this lady telling her story, and it was pretty fucking mind-boggling. Like she had this stroke, and then for 7 years she like was going through like rehabilitation, and then like got to like almost like a normal state.
Uh-huh.
And she talked about how like she literally reached like nirvana. Like she said her molecules.
What?
She said her molecules, like she couldn't tell the difference between like where her body ended and like the wall began.
What?
That's crazy.
It was some fucking like so she couldn't, basically the left brain, like you never really like think about when you're gonna need this information until it's like
But you might.
in your face, you know? And like, so this lady, her whole life studying the brain, and then she was like studying herself as this like stroke was happening. She was like, I need to
What the
call
shit?
someone to get help. And she was like, no, I need to go to work. Like, she just like talked through her whole like what she could remember in that moment, and it was just like, it was some crazy shit, man.
She's like her own patient.
Dude, it was like she was doing a case study on
On
herself.
herself.
Shit's fucking.
But she was like still like aware and like competent enough that she could like process what was going on.
Yeah.
But like, shit.
Dude, it's some crazy shit. You gotta like,
I'll look it up.
You gotta look that
dig
up
the
when-
TikToks.
when you go to
TED
after
Talks?
that. TED Talks are pretty good.
Yeah, you find some good stuff.
You
on
find some good
TikToks.
TED. What are some good TED Talks you found?
My
Listen.
personal favorite is this magician
Oh yeah. I love magicians.
And-
They're so magical.
and comedian.
Okay.
And I don't know, it was just like dry humor. It's fucking hilarious. I love it. I forgot his name. But you listened.
Listen to a shit ton for like the beginning of comp this year. We listened to like a shit ton of like inspirational type of like. It was like the definition of like success and like how you define it and like finding happiness and like shit.
Some real shit, man.
Real.
Some real shit. If you look over there, there's we did this like 21-day project in psych where we like practiced like positive.
Past Bill Cosby.
Just past the Bill Cosby is a very funny fellow, right? Dude,
The Cameron King 21-day project.
the Cameron Day, not anybody else's. The so we
is
just
this
like
just like a diary kind of thing.
yeah, bro. It was just like you meditate or like you think about one positive thing you did in the day and you write about it, and it's just for 21 days straight, and then you like have this thing to look at, and it's just like it's just weird how like when we bring our consciousness to something, bring it in full circle. I have to bring myself to consciousness about consciousness when I'm taking these psychology tests, and I just thought about how like I went through life perfectly fine without this knowledge.
But now like you're like conscious of it and you like actively think about it.
So no, dude. So
and it's just like
so
everything's different.
like I was thinking about this when I'm just studying by watching this hour and a half AP test cram video for my final tomorrow in psychology. It's just like and it was talking about norepinephrine or fucking endorphins. Motherfucking endorphins. You get it when you run and shit and like it's like whatever pleasure pain like reducer, the natural pain reducer. And I was thinking about how I have this scar on my hand, and so I was working at Savers, right?
Uh-huh.
And after I had like a lecture on these neurotransmitters, it was like literally like the week of, I like reached into this box to like grab. I don't even know why I reached into a box without looking inside the box first, but like I don't know, maybe I like saw something, or I was trying to close the box, and like there was like a piece of glass that was like sticking up, and so I reached my hand in there, and it like did this huge gash in my hand, like I saw like the white of like my skin. And so get this, right? So it was a deep cut, and in that moment I was like, my endorphins go crazy right now because I wasn't feeling any.
It's like endorphins. It's like
dude, because I didn't feel pain, but I was like, I know I should feel pain, and I was like, I was watching the blood start going, I was like, thanks endorphins. Like it was so.
You're becoming too powerful. You can control yours like endorphins.
It was so weird. It it was just like it's weird that this class that this class is a thing, and it's like I always feel like, cause I don't know, that's some crazy shit, man.
I feel like I would have enjoyed that class, but I didn't have like room for it.
Yeah.
Most definitely. I feel the same way about philosophy.
Yeah,
That's
philosophy, and doesn't Mr. G teach it?
That's my biggest regret of Cal High is not taking philosophy with Mr. G.
Dude, I love Mr. G.
To
We
make
had
up-
philosophical talks in like world history,
Dude,
just like when we weren't doing anything.
dude, I've heard like he sounds like so fascinating. I
He's
talked
an
to
awesome guy.
Rebecca about him, man, and he's just like he's
You
fucking.
never had him?
He's in so
No,
much
I've
dope
never
shit.
had-
I feel like I've seen you in this class though before.
I was in his class one time for like a history club
You guys
meeting.
need to be homies.
I like,
for
dude,
sure.
I think my goal for this next semester, of my last,
Get him on here.
is I'm gonna just go to school.
You
and
get
lunch.
good content.
Dude, he sounds fucking fascinating.
He like worked in like a monastery as like a teacher, and he like worked with like
What?
struggling teens, but like in like seriously like shitty like situations and stuff. It's like
That is crazy.
he's got so many stories.
I wish I had him.
Wow.
Over. He seems so cool. He plays rugby. He's
He's a badass in rugby
Yeah.
too.
Dude, he's just like a.
He's got a nice.
There's
dude,
some
too.
people that like win at life better than others, and
Mhm.
Mr. G he's winning at life.
Indeed, he is.
Like, I just had a baby. I would love to be that guy's fucking kid.
Dude, that'd be sick.
That would be sick.
I would like him or like Mr. Bristol as your dad.
That'd
You
be-
know who I think would be really great to have on the podcast?
Who,
Would be
Brian?
Nicholas Blank.
The sports
the sports
med teacher. What does he do?
He's a funny guy.
He's a funny dude.
What, he's
He's
just
quirky.
goofy. I've talked to him a couple times when I would get my my ankle
Yeah.
wrapped. That guy can wrap an ankle.
Yes, he can.
Got that
Very
right.
knowledgeable.
That guy can-
very energetic.
That guy can wrap an ankle.
Love the guy.
Whew.
Splendid fella.
Splendid fella. A very funny fellow.
Like the
He's looking at you.
Do you have like other like actual like music vinyls, or is it just
Yeah,
is it just like comedians?
Yeah,
Comedians.
let me pull this up.
Can we play this?
Yeah,
I don't know.
this is my favorite right
I don't
here.
know how the hell these
This
things
album is this one that's on the ground right there that's being treated like crap. It's just some jazzy shit, man. I love me some good jazzy shit. Like, look at that chick. Like, don't you just want to like listen to some jazz with her?
Oh
Whipped cream of delights.
Whipped cream and other delights. Brian
my.
Carvajal. Got some Simon and Garfunkel. I haven't listened
Oh,
to
is
these.
this what you meant in here in your 21-day project? I was
Yes. You're like, what the
What's-
fuck is whipped cream and other delights?
Like, you're just now introduced. What a beautiful woman.
It's like, this song was my grandpa's favorite song. I got it at Savers, but the record was broken. But I just like this because, like,
Spanky
I like the,
again.
it's called Spanky in Our Gang. I'd like to get to know you. It's this, like, weird, folky, like, blah, 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 blah.
And we'd like to get to know you.
If I could like to get to know you. It's like this weird, like hive type voice. Like, look at this right here. It's just like some cops
It goes hard.
chasing some, like, I don't know
Just a
what
couple
to do.
of miscreants.
Just little mysteries, man. Just little mysteries. Oh, this one's really cool. This Rolling Stones
Tattoo
album.
you.
Woo!
Classic.
I just like the art on these too, man. This is a more recent. This is Not All Heroes Wear Capes, the Metro Boomin album.
That's dope.
Yeah, babe. He's all like, my name is Metro Boomin. I make rap music.
That's what he's like.
That is his whole deal.
My dad's got a bunch of vinyls.
Yeah, dude,
right?
Riley got that for me for.
For those of you that
There's the man
plan to
himself.
come into New York at any time soon, don't bring a lot of money with you. Like, it's the greatest city in the world. You can get all the entertainment you want for only 15 cents. Recent show.
He talks about football a lot. I don't know if you know, Bill Cosby played football.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
I
man.
knew a little bit.
Talks a lot about football.
I remember.
Let's just talk about this beauty.
I remember
right here.
playing with that.
this exact one right
Yeah.
here.
Didn't we? All three of us came over here. And
Yeah,
didn't
man.
We had like a tournament in here.
What a life! I have a video of it on my YouTube from 4th grade.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Just Beyblades, bro. Beyblades were a thing.
Beyblades were such a great thing. I'm
What a
glad
weird-
they were.
Oh my god, me too, man.
Just the concept of battling tops.
It's like, oh, what are you in the fucking 50s, you fucking peasant?
But you look at them and you're like, holy
And
shit.
you're just like, shit, dude, let it rip.
You just let it rip, and all other worries just melt away. God damn, yeah, dude, no, letting it rip was like,
That was. I probably asked for
Oh
so
my-
many Beyblades.
dude,
for,
no, like,
my birthday and
Bey-
Christmas.
are Beyblades Japanese?
It's
Yes.
a possibility.
Yes.
Or are they
Oh,
totally just
probably.
American, and it was just like,
There's
Shoved on 'em.
there's like an anime with it.
yeah, I
Of
watched
course,
the anime.
I watched it.
Of course
never
I watched
watched
the
it?
anime.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the Pokemon show?
I watched the
Pokemon
movie.
show or
The show.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, dude, I
I
think,
don't like any of the new ones though.
neither do I.
They're still
but,
doing
like,
Pokemon?
Yes.
I think
They're
Pokemon
so
will
weird.
never die.
I can't. Well, I never got.
Pokemon!
I never got. I never got a 3DS, so I never went. Past,
Fucking
Broke
poor.
I know.
I'm kidding, I never got one either.
So I never got past Black and White. So
Hey, same.
That is when my Pokemon obsession stopped.
I have a picture of Cameron and I in like 3rd or 4th grade, and I'm giving him Pokemon Black or White.
Pokemon
And
White.
it's-
No, black. Pokemon,
Mm-hmm.
because I had the white one.
And you had, you had the long ass
Yeah.
hair.
The white one.
I had the afro.
Mm-hmm.
I had the buck teeth. I had a muffin top.
Oh, I remember that. I know that picture well. That's a beautiful, beautiful.
It is.
It's a beautiful, beautiful memory. If that can be, oh my god, Pokemon, man, what a life. What a life.
Indeed.
What a
I
life.
remember I had the like action replay thing where you like put cheat codes into your games.
Oh fuck yeah,
You
bro.
lucky dog.
And I remember Jake Emerson would would get like really upset when I wouldn't like trade him like all the legendary Pokemon I got.
Oh my
He'd
god.
get like pissed.
The
What
only
a
person
life,
that I
man.
knew had it was my cousin Alex.
The game,
Yeah.
and he would
The-
put it
the-
on his
It was
Game
a
Boy, right?
huge flex
the-
out on that.
Yeah, it was.
The Game Boy.
The
or
the little thing that you put into it to get all the cheats and stuff.
Oh fuck. Oh, you put it into it?
Yeah.
It like
It's
goes
all-
into
so you
like,
know-
this thing, and then you put and like has another like thing.
There's
you put the
another
game
thing to
on
the
top.
side.
Bro, you wanna know what I did? I had this. My uncle was really into DS games, so he had this card where it was you get it for like $20,
Uh-huh.
and you put it in your computer, and you could download like any game you wanted.
Oh,
There's
shit.
So
there's
I
an
would
app
pl-
on your phone that you can get a bunch of Game Boy games.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, but you still like have to play them as like with Game Boy controllers or something. It's
Sick.
kind of weird.
Dude, yeah, but so I would I played like Kirby, like Scribble
Just pirating
Knots.
all of them.
I would just pirate these like single player games and just grind them out, bro. It was like
Respectable.
it was some fun content. Yeah, I remember trading Pokemon.
That was
got a
always
little-
like such a hustle though.
Dude.
Try and get the shinies, dude.
Yeah. You had to get
You know what I
heated. I used to get
I had
heated
the
arguments
actually,
with my brother.
I had the Pokemon Platinum Encyclopedia.
I remember that.
So I got that for Hanukkah one year.
I
And
remember
and it was just like this
that.
thick
Yeah, I
book.
remember using that.
That was like the tutorials on how to get every Pokemon. And it would be like, you go here, you fly here, you walk through this, you step here. And I'll be like, hey. And I felt like a scavenger hunt, bro. And then you gotta make sure you fucking use Fury Swipes so that you don't, or Fury Swipes so you don't fucking knock the Pokemon out. And then you're just like, you're good.
You're just kind of bored.
You're set. Dude, I'm getting like vivid, like,
I'm just
Remember-
being that like excited for like Pokemon.
I'm getting.
That was like all I thought about. I'm
Oh my
like at
God.
school, like thinking about who am I gonna catch today?
That's kind of how we are, like, in general, though, too. Like, still, you know, like we kind of
Just kind of
we kind of get like obsessed
Ideas.
with like phases.
Exactly.
Like when like. You remember the meme where it was like, it's not a phase, or just, I don't know what that was. Internet, like, it's
Yeah.
not a phase, mom!
Yeah,
It's like, it is.
That's exactly what it is.
Our
that's,
child-
that was
our-
everything.
Our childhoods are just a phase, bro.
and then the Counter-Strike and Call of Duty game.
Oh
or
my God.
Minecraft and
I'm just
Counter-Strike
like
days.
thinking
I
about
miss
this,
Counter-Strike.
like,
Dude,
I would
Counter-Strike
still
was
play if I could.
You
that,
want-
like summer when it was like
oh my god,
between
dude.
7th and 8th
7th
grade.
and 8th
where
grade, right?
All we did was play Counter-Strike.
It was a better life.
That was.
It was like
Zero
people.
stress.
Yeah, we
You know,
didn't
zero
do. I didn't do
girlfriends.
shit
Oh
else.
my god.
You just get up. You get up at 10. You just text all
What's
your
up,
buddies.
boys? Comp?
Yeah, we
You
got
ready?
on comp and
Played
then
until
played
like
all
1
night.
a.m. God.
Oh, we got bored. We just hop on the Minecraft server.
Fuck, dude.
Have you played Counter-Strike?
Dude, I was
lately?
just gonna say, ever since a year ago, I couldn't, my stupid thing has been saying, like, CSM error. So it hasn't been letting me, like, it'll open and then immediately close. I've tried, like, everything, bro. I've tried everything. And it just, like, this last summer was the first summer where, like, I didn't play Counter-Strike 24/7, man. Like, the summer before, I played, like, you know, a little bit at night. Maybe threw some golf it. Some golf it in there. Play some golf it. But, like, yeah, dude. It's I don't know. It makes me think a lot about, like, video games. Like, I
Video
just
games.
fucking love them, man.
It's
But, like,
weird how much, like, especially teenage boys, like, have an obsession with them.
I don't know, dude. It
Like, we
was
put so many hours into
No,
it.
If
like-
you put that half as much effort
It's
as we do
into literally
like, other-
anything.
Into
I was
anything
else,
else.
I
we
was
would be
so
such a better, like, society.
when people talk about video games, like, you know how, like, it's pretty universal that people kind of call it, like, it's like a negative
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Like, people are like,
Like,
oh,
phone
you're just
bad, video game bad.
yeah, it's like, oh, you're just playing video games all day. It's like you're just wasting your, like, life. But that's so not the case. Like,
We were 100% like
I don't-
committed to it.
I don't think, like, people get the amount of passion I had when I was, like, playing Counter-Strike.
We would like warm up. We like
You warm up.
practice.
Like, it's literally like a
We go
sport.
to like maps where it's like shooting ranges.
Exactly.
Like, I can't. And the competitiveness of that shit, man.
It was
That's
insane.
what, like.
Bro, I broke my desk.
But it.
Like, there was literally a crack in it.
Dude,
So I just
no. Oh my
pounded it.
god. Oh my god, I remember it was so funny. I think Coleman's video of, like, the one video he made of, like, funny moments, it was like,
You made a Counter-Strike funny moments
he
video?
did.
He
it was
he
fun.
had a Call of Duty.
I knew he had a. I knew he
And
made
then
Call of
he,
Duty.
The
like,
videos.
Call of Duty one wasn't
He
as
made-
good, but dude, if
Yeah.
he,
I didn't know he ever did.
it really makes me sad because, like, if he like posted like a bunch of those,
Like if like
he,
some of the times when we were playing, if he had like
We
recorded
had
it,
some funny shit.
weird, like, I like it just. And,
some of the
I'm not
times
too
We
we were
were
disappointed.
not good, though.
No.
dude, I'm not like,
Ethan was,
dude,
Yeah,
that.
Ethan
Oh my
was
god,
fucking raw.
Ethan, never forget.
and so was Gary.
Ethan, never forget. Spent
Gary's-
$1,000 on case keys to not open a knife, to eventually buy a
Yikes.
knife for $400.
Big yikes. And then never use it again. That's why I was never really into
I
like
don't-
buying skins.
I don't want to talk about skins. I don't want to talk about it.
I think at most
Oh my
I put
God.
in was like $10 of my own money, and then the rest of it I just used
I don't
for
want
like
to think about it.
I think
gift
I had
cards I got.
I had like $10 and I got like a pretty good like M4 skin. But then like by the end I just
Dude,
had like a couple really shitty skins and had like significantly less value.
I like. Remember gambling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would watch people stream gambling CSGO skins for just like hours.
Some crazy
Because it
shit
was
Get the
went
rush.
like
fucking fun. It's not even my money. It's just these people's money.
Watching other people waste their money.
But and then like, oh god, I would hop on this server. It was called CS:GO Fast, and basically you throw in like, it's a minimum
Yeah,
dollar
yeah.
buy-in. It's like $10 maximum, and it's like you get a percent, and then it's like a slot machine. It's literally like a slot machine, like
That's legal for literally.
literally.
that's crazy. It's like,
I was
12-year-olds on
14.
there. Yeah, exactly.
There are people that are mad about that, and I'm like,
So
you think about
funny.
it, you're like, maybe this shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, because like that's like actually people like put so
they
much
put their
money
entire
into it.
fucking life into
They
it.
got fucking sued.
People have
They got
assets in that
sued.
game.
Oh my god. What is real
That's
life?
just an
bro?
investment.
Oh my god, dude. What was the highest rank you guys got to in
I don't
CSGO?
remember. Probably not very good.
I think silver 4 maybe.
Silver
I
4.
got, what's the? I got to
I never broke silver.
gold. I
For sure.
got to like gold Nova 2.
I think there was one time in my life where the ranking system was like actually like cool and it allowed
Oh,
you to
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
progress if you got better. And I think I became a gold Nova master, and that was the peak.
I thought you got to Master Guardian.
No, never. MG. Oh my god. Just the oh my god. I used to watch these documentaries about these pro players, and just like it's like a superhero origin story, except they're like an athlete. It's like an athlete origin story, you know, where it's like
It's like the blind
it's
side.
like no, literally, bro. They're like, this was my passion. I didn't fit
have
it.
a computer
I
at
didn't
home,
like
so
you.
I went to the cafe
Oh my
like a mile away every day.
what, dude? This one
Get
about Stewie 2K. This is what I'm like specifically remembering is that this guy was like he started like skipping school, just like playing like till like 6 a.m. and then waking up and like not like barely going to school, and just like his shit would like he was doing really bad in school, and his parents were like, you gotta stop wasting your life, you're never gonna get anywhere playing video games. And now he's in like
He's like,
million
wow.
dollar like tournaments, just
Yeah.
like that's so
That's
crazy to me, bro.
That's a big place.
It's wild.
And I feel like that literally just could have been any of us if we just actually wanted to.
Dude, do you think
Or we had, like, different priorities.
do you think that your competitiveness in like CS:GO translated to like your competitiveness in like sports
Definitely.
in real life?
Honestly, I feel like the first real competitive thing that I was like really, really wanting to win at things was CS:GO. It's like football.
Before
Like-
football?
No, I even played football during this, but like I didn't. Of course, I wanted to win, but like
Mhm.
I wasn't as invested in anything before CS:GO.
Damn.
Like as invested. It sounds extremely nerdy.
Dude, no, it like when if somebody's listening to this and they're like, wow, these kids are fucking like
Who are these nerds?
We got Mr.
But they don't
Cat.
understand, Cameron.
I played-
They don't understand.
I
I
don't
played-
understand the grind.
2,000 hours.
Jesus.
Same.
I
I
put
think
in
we all had somewhere around.
Yeah, we definitely.
two. Let me like
How many days is that?
Okay.
Brian.
We all still have the
do
app
some-
on our
do
Let
some
me
phone.
crunch
quick-
the numbers.
do some quick maths. Oh, you're gonna pull up your actual Steam account,
Yeah,
dude.
I think.
I don't want.
wait.
I don't even
I think
want
I
to talk
just
about how
deleted
much
it.
cash dollars I wasted on.
2,000 hours is 83 days.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow.
So sad.
That's like a quarter of a year.
Oh my god.
Just straight.
That
Wow.
was over like 3 years. Holy shit.
Zero regrets.
Not,
Zero regrets.
Not even
I would-
Zero
the
regrets.
slightest.
I learned
Not-
so much.
Oh my god.
Good comms, good comms.
Good comms. You learned communication skills. Learned social skills. Learned just had a good time.
Learned how to have a good
Learned
time.
how to have a good time. You know? Motherfucking Bill Cosby. What a life. Brian, did you find the actual number?
No, I deleted the Steam app. I don't know why. Every once in a while, I still like hop on. I'll play like a game or two, but like my computer's like not built for Counter Strike.
Yeah,
Mm.
my fan broke, and
I remember.
yeah, that's still has not been fixed.
It's a tough life. Did you damn. Austin, do you think that like when you like think about sports,
Uh-huh.
do you think like what do you think is your biggest drive?
In
And, like,
sports,
In like weightlifting, sports, like what drives you?
shit. I feel like a big ass part of it's like having like a good ass group of like boys around you. Like in football and like high school, it was like definitely a big thing where it was like the older guys are like pushing me to like be better or like be like they are, or like guys like in my class or like trying to like pick up the team for my boys, or like the guys below me like trying to be like a leader for them. I feel like that's a big part of it. And then it's like the like feeling when you like after like immediately like after a workout you're like, damn, I just like finished that shit. Like That's dope shit.
That is dope shit, bro.
Talking about like good feelings earlier. That's like
That's good.
it feels good.
Feels motherfucking good. That's dope. So a lot of camaraderie on the
Yeah.
Cal High boys.
Uh-huh.
Fuck yeah, dude. What about you, Brian?
I don't know. I just feel like sports have become like so ingrained in like what we do. So like, I just think there's a lot of honor in like pushing yourself and putting all that like work in, and like just to put out a product for everyone. Like especially like being able to play varsity for Cal. Like a lot of people go to those games and be able to play for those like people, for like everybody in our community, and have everybody like have your back and like
pretty crazy.
support. Is pretty like crazy.
It's pretty dope shit, man.
Deep shit.
Are you playing soccer this year again?
So I decided I wasn't gonna play for high school.
You're
This
club.
year.
I thought
I'm
you-
still doing
or-
club.
okay.
Yeah, definitely doing club.
Isn't club usually more like serious? I know
Club-
it is for girls soccer.
I know it is for girls soccer too, and in my own experience, I found that like, club soccer is more like it's more like fun. It's more
That's-
like fun soccer.
I feel that.
You know, it's and then like when I play like high school soccer, it was a lot of fun, and I feel like I definitely probably got better than I would have like in like a short amount of time than I would in club, but in high school it's too like I don't know it was too like I don't even want to say like stressful, because I never really felt like stressed, but it was more like
more of a commitment.
I feel the word is like almost like I don't know. It's a lot of like it's different energy. It's different like
Yeah.
different feels that like I would get. You know, like do you guys play club lacrosse?
Yeah.
Yeah, like summer
I
league
So
completely
lacrosse.
understand
so
that.
what do you
It's-
see in the difference of like club lacrosse and club
For
like in high
some
school?
teams, it's like their club team is like, oh, like we're gonna get a recruit on a club team. Some teams, like our club team,
We-
summer ball was the most. We
the
just fucked
last-
around.
The last team that we played for was so when we played youth lacrosse, we were like the best team to ever come out of like that club.
Ooh.
And like we were raw, and then we all like split up and went our separate ways. But we got the team back together
Oh, that's
for
so
this
sick.
one tournament.
That's what
And that was like the most fun I've ever had playing lacrosse.
that's what
Just-
I'm
it's
really
just like
yeah.
just out there.
There's guys.
You just wait.
Not the menorah.
Not the menorah. That's like my favorite part about like, or what I'm like disappointed that I didn't have for myself, because like my dad's club team, like they were like the same boys every year, and like my team, like it's always it's always been like it's kind of falling apart, you know, like kids moving around. And it's partly because of the club's fault, partly because of the kids' fault. Like I don't know, I just see a lot less sense of like I don't know like community. Just like in general, kind of, you know, nowadays there's like, and I don't even know like what to compare it to, because like I haven't lived in another time, but
Well,
I felt more of a community with my club team than like my high school team, in a sense. That's kind of like what I mean to say by like and different energy, you know, like I feel more.
I kind of understand that, but like, I don't know. For Austin and I, we never really like fully committed to a club team. So that's just
Yeah. We never
lacrosse.
committed like an actually like good one.
so
Yeah,
much.
You guys like Blues and like Griffin
Mhm.
were like they wanted.
Because
to
you
go.
have to buy completely new like helmets, bags.
Oof.
Because they want it's like they want it to be like
It's
professional.
the bougie behavior.
Yeah, exactly. And like
I see.
lacrosse is not a cheap sport.
So
So like we usually would just like
You
play.
needed a thing for that.
Of course.
So we usually just like play a tournament with the team. So like we never really got
It'd be like free agents.
like super close. I mean, I think the last The only club team I've ever felt like that was like Bailey.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cheesers on that team.
Yeah.
There's just a bunch of goobers from like
And,
all
like,
over.
I fucking love that. Like when.
And then now we like play against them. It's like hella fun.
Fuck yeah.
But,
That's some
like,
sick shit, man.
yeah.
Well.
But, like high school, we spend a lot more time with each other. So like, it's kind of like
Yeah.
the same but exact, just flipped from what you said.
I agree. Alrighty. Well, we'll continue this at a later date, boys. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
It's been real.
It's been my pleasure.
I salute you, sir.
Any final words?
Oh no, I love my mama.
How was you, Austin?
I too love his mama.